My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. Now, I've bit the bullet, the character and the concept included, and I've upgraded to the latest beta patch because I believe they fixed the problem with disappearing, what's the word for it? Pixels? No, it's not pixels. It's stencils? Something? Certain images, I guess, is the easiest way to say it, in the game would disappear. So sometimes you'd be hit by bullets that just didn't exist. And it was not good. It was very bad. I tried to record an episode with the beta a few weeks ago, and it didn't work. Thankfully, they've updated the beta since then. It seems like it should be stable enough to record. We'll see. If we go and fight the Gungeon, and she tears us a new one because all of her bullets are invisible, I'm gonna be one salted individual about it. I'm not gonna lie. That said, I really do want to be playing on the beta patch at the moment because it makes so many really cool things. I rolled too early, dang it. It changes so many really cool things about the game. For example, the flame hand is buffed. It's pretty good. Big boy is buffed. It's pretty good. Yari launcher is buffed. It's pretty good, actually, turns out. I believe also I would actually have a way to force an encounter with Brother Alban so that I can get the achievement that I still need, or one of the achievements, rather, that I still need. I still need to drop more chandeliers on people. That's always a priority for me. I need to steal more items. Is that about it? Drop more chandeliers on people, steal more items? I think that might be it. Oh, no, kill enemies while I'm in minecart. That's another. Die in the past, although I did that on stream and it doesn't unlock an item, so I don't need to replicate that on this save file, although I almost certainly will at some point. All the way up and through and bop him down. Got him. Whoo! Alrighty then, we'll see. We'll see exactly what we want to be doing with this. We've got a very low casing run on our Huns at the moment. And it's not due to having taken damage on the floor, because when you take damage against armor, you don't lose the ability to gain the casings from that enemy. Which means that I'm just naturally having a very, very low cost run. Low cost, what am I saying? Low benefit, low profit might be the word I'm looking for there. Alright. Who are you gonna call? Beautiful. Not so certain I want to fight the boss. Yet, at least. Or in general, maybe I just don't fight the boss. Maybe I just spend my entire life here on the first floor, not even Gungeon proper. Ooh, okay, if I'm ever gonna get money in this run, this is gonna be, or rather in this floor, this is gonna be it. These can drop between 4 and 10. 4 is definitely the minimum they can drop. 10 is the maximum. Beautiful. They're dropping 10 per. Oh, this is a glorious day for me. Thank you. That single-handedly is more than all of the other rooms I've cleared. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 other cleared rooms do not even equal just that one room. I love having that room on the first floor. Anywhere where I can get multiple gun nuts, honestly, I don't mind. Except for in bullet hell. By that point, I don't really care about money anymore. And some of the worst rooms in bullet hell are multiple spectral gun nut rooms. Oh shit, we actually got money here. You don't usually get much money in these rooms. Because they're kind of like monocultural rooms, like almost all of the room is one enemy type. So if that enemy type has decided not to drop money, then you just get no money. So I guess you either get no money in this room or you get a lot of money. Yeah, that's just not oh, hang on. No. Ryan, there is a great. This is good. What do you think I was gonna say? Back up here. Swap between them. Beautiful. BEA. Beautiful. Take that free money. Don't mind if I do. As far as I'm concerned, that was just a very lucrative room. Yeah, no, I'm free to go in here. Okay, if it's the passive chest, we might actually consider that. If it's the passive chest, we're considering that for two very important, well, passive or active checks. We're considering it for two very important reasons. That is, lead skin, real good. Real good active. I don't want to kill that guy yet. Just because he's standing next to the water barrel, and I don't know if I'm going to want that later. But also, Cog of Battle. Cog of Battle is insane. Okay, I took damage there. What can I say? I'm sad about it. That's not going to change the fact. I can go buy a key as well. Chaos Amulet. I'm tempted to sell it, I'll be honest. Shit, that means this is my gun. Oh, okay, it could be sling. Sling! No, sort of. Yeah, I'm not really too keen to go up close against the boss and fight him with the sword off. Yeah, I don't know if you just saw how little damage the sword off was doing there, but I was just short on almost every shot. Which is no way to go through your life. Still incredibly important that I flawless the first two floors. Or rather, the first two floor bosses. Gosh, don't you have other attacks, Gatling Gull? I'm just asking for a friend. There we go. We actually did a lot of damage in there. Very appreciative, Gatling Gull. That was actually a really good attack for you to have done. Nope, blanks. No! I was terrified. Absolutely terrified for a moment there. And you're dead. Got him. Whew. At least I have something to check for secret rooms with. Mutation. I don't know if I want to sell any of these, but I also don't want them. So I'm in a little mid-road. How about I check for some secret rooms with this? Avec toi. Look, I don't know if toi is this. Avec is definitely with. I have a very rudimentary understanding of rudimentary grade languages. Like, for example, I know if your name was Gemma Pell, it would be very difficult to introduce yourself in France. That's a thing I know. What else? Hang on, what do we got around here? I'm not seeing any good location for an actual secret room. I'll blank the shop. I'll likely blank in the elevator room as well. Ooh, this looks promising. Yep. Just because the walls were so blank, it looks very promising right now. I'll take it. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. I could oubliette. Oubliette. I don't have a good weapon, though. It's my primary concern. Alright. We'll sell that. Mutation, there's a lot of pits in the oubliette, so we actually will be able to push things around. I kind of want to sell the Chaos Amulet as well, because I'm about to get an extra stall. That said, I do have a lot of money on me already, so maybe that's not super important to do right now. The reason I would want to sell the Chaos Amulet, most of all, and most of all, we love each other. But the reason I would want specifically to sell the Chaos Amulet is because it is red tier, right? So it would sell for like, yeah, somewhere between 60 and 70. Which is very, very solid. Alright. So the mutation is for pushing people around, possibly pushing them into situations where they will become deceased of their own accord. I'm talking about you, pitfalls. As long as I just stand here, we should be fine. As I said before, if I'm any character down here in the oubliette without a good weapon, I probably want to be the Marine, because the Marine's accuracy gives me the ability, or rather affords me the ability to fight them from further away. Why does it feel like this is auto-aiming? Good. Hey! Excellent. Mutation. Mutation refilled. Good work, Ryan. Good work. I didn't even do it to get a to get a secret room as I usually do. Strategic damage, my ass. Okay, reasonable. Damn it. A lot of that was caused either directly or indirectly by the existence of, what was his name? The Pupulon. Pupulons are horrible. Alright, let me get the key. Alright. Unfortunately, the shop is bollocks. I don't want it. I also don't really want to spend a key to go and get the old crest. It's only one armor, and it affords me the ability possibly to go down to... Wow! Mutation is homing now. I just saw it homing on an enemy. Like, it's circled around them before actually going in. Awesome. Would this put it out? Yeah! We didn't start the fire. No, we literally just stopped it. Look, sometimes you have to drag out the syllables because you haven't figured out exactly what the lyrics of your parody are going to be. And that's what happens there. I probably don't need to be using this in this room. That said, if I'm going to get ammo in it, and I probably will, I might want to run out of ammo in it first to justify it. Okay. Hey! Rough. None of that. There we go. There's the ammo I was talking about. I told you. Did I not tell you? I think I told you. I kind of want to fight the end floor boss before I actually take any of the items on the floor. This will guarantee that the end floor boss has to give me a gun, because I haven't got a gun yet on the floor. The reason specifically I want to do that is because I still don't really have any good guns. Like, I have one gun. Sure, I sold the other one, but the other one wasn't good, so... Fair. Fair point me, I think. Okay. I've just switched to using this in every room. I don't feel too bad about it. Mostly due to the fact that a lot of these rooms are absolute bollocks. You do actually want a weapon because it's more difficult than the second floor, definitely. I'd argue more difficult than the third floor. Okay. Oh. Clever roll, Ryan. They'll never expect that. The old Harikiri play. Got him. Ooh, interesting. Gun? Nope. Blast helmet. Wish I could sell that. Lowers the radius of an explosion? It's not good. It's very not good. It's somewhere between complete trash and, yes, it's still complete trash. So, you know, it's got the benefit of all that ambiguity. Okay. I guess I'm fighting the boss with my base weapon because the rooms would probably kill me if I fought them with my base weapon. I think I stand by that. I think the trick to this room is realizing not to stand next to those or to blow them up instantly. Okay. We're changing back, not because we're out of ammo, but because we are very close. Ooh, shit. No, I should just expend it at this rate. Crud. Crud butts. I am considering calling down ammo. I'm not gonna do it, but... I hate that it took 3 ammo to actually extend all the way over to the enemy. Like, I didn't even hit the enemy there. Okay, as long as I stay far enough away, this is relatively easy to dodge. If I had Cog of Battle, my basic pistol would Shrek this boss. I'm just talking about Cog of Battle because I find oftentimes when I talk about a thing, it appears in my run. By the way, $100 million directly in my PayPal? I mean, wouldn't it be weird to have that in this run? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. This attack's not too difficult. I've heard so many people bemoaning this specific attack. I really don't think it's that bad. Maybe that's just me, though. That said, oftentimes, when I end up saying, hey, this room actually isn't that bad, or this attack isn't even that bad, that boss isn't even that bad, I start immediately getting Shrek'd by that thing. For example, for the longest time, I said that the Forge Hammer room in the Forge, obviously, is not that bad. Then I started taking damage to it every run. I realized the only reason I wasn't taking damage to it is because I had speed up in all of the runs that I was saying, this isn't that bad. Speed up is such an important statistic in this game. It's really, really difficult to overstate how good speed is. Due to a bunch of different factors. I mean, being able to outrun bullets means that you spend less of your time rolling, which means that if you are in a dire situation after running out of a bullet, you can roll, right? Whereas if you roll out of the first bullet, oftentimes you can't roll from the second one. Or you've already committed an arc where you end up getting hit by the second one. It just trivializes almost every trap in the game, because they have to be solvable without speed up. There's a bunch of boss attacks that it just makes useless and hilariously fun to dodge. Oh, cool, I actually got a key. That's nice. 2? 2 keys? No, 1 key. Okay, I'm pretty glad that I forced them to generate a weapon there, because Silencer is actually a decent floor clear. It could even kill the third boss. Smiley's revolver, pretty damn good, actually, as far as I'm concerned. Which means this is my passive or active. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And Cog of Battle! No, it's Potion of Gun Friendship. I don't think it's good enough. I hate to say, I think it actually might not be good enough to even bother picking up. Yeah, no, I'm not taking it. Ammo in the late game, just being able to refill something just before you go into a boss, for example, is super important. So I have an ammo drop currently on me. That's pretty cool. However, the Potion of Gun Friendship is like anti-ammo. Rhapsody, how is it anti-ammo? That doesn't make sense. You've got a very interesting voice, friend. Let me explain it to you. The reason that it is anti-ammo, if I want to pronounce it indistinguishably from reality. Sorry, indistinguishable. What am I talking about? Indistinguishable. That's not the word I was looking for. Impossibly different from the way that it should be pronounced. The reason it is anti-ammo is because it makes you fire faster and reload faster. It actually expends your ammo to do all of the extra damage that it does while it's active. Whereas something like double vision doesn't expend extra ammo, it just generates an extra bullet every time you shoot a bullet, right? It doesn't spend 2 bullets to shoot a bullet. So it's way more powerful. And it's in the same tier of chest. Now, if I didn't have a spacebar item, I'd surely take Potion of Gun Friendship. But this can be a really good spacebar item. I rolled into that as well. Shame. Accuracy up. It is cheaper than it usually would be. Smiley's revolver does have a little bit of an accuracy problem. It's mostly mitigated by the fact that I have my marine training, but it's not entirely mitigated. A second accuracy up means that almost every gun in the game will be as accurate as it can be. Except for shotguns, which are only really affected by weapon spread down. Whee! I didn't need to try and do the fancy dancing there with the grenades. Try and get them to kill themselves. That was not necessary. A little bit flashy, a little bit showy. But definitely unnecessary. Okay, we will take that. Thank you very much. Maybe I'm undervaluing the Chaos Amulet. It is an amulet that gives you an extra blank. And that means you have still 2 blanks for the boss. And then 1 for a guaranteed secret room. That's pretty good. Oftentimes I do find myself fighting the boss and I'm like, oh, 1 more blank would have gotten me the flawless there. Welp. Guess I don't get the flawless. I just go home and cry for a while. Excalibur's not that bad. I've talked a lot about how shitty, horrible, I hate it, worst item ever about Excalibur. I've talked a lot of shit about Excalibur, is basically what I'm saying. It's pretty good. As far as I'm concerned, it's actually not bad. Alright. Excalibur is actually probably my boss weapon here. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. No! Get away! I've already used 3 blanks on this fight. So balanced! Oh, fuck you. Yeah, I'm screwed. I find that resigning yourself to failure is the best way to succeed. Gungeon Pepper. Now I want to be able to sell that. Gungeon Pepper is like green tier, isn't it? It would sell for a decent, pretty penny. And it's not good. You are fucking kidding me. I should have. Gundromeda Strain makes every single enemy in the game weaker. If I had known that was there, I wouldn't have bought any keys. I wouldn't have bought the scope, certainly. The chance of me affording it at this point is incredibly low. To the point that it's not really even worth getting upset about. There's nothing I can do. Getting a stealing item Because I did get a gun from my other chest, so I could get a stealing item from my second chest as a passive or active. There's no passive that lets you steal that I can think of at the moment, or at least that I have unlocked on this save file. But I could get chaff grenade, box, a bunch of other things. I don't need to list every item that lets you steal, but I could get some stealing items. They exist still in the game. Any single one of those would be greatly appreciated, video game, please. Chaff grenades is in here. Nope. That's... Not only is that not chaff grenades, but it's also not something I want to even take. So now I'm at a key deficit as a result of having opened it. Come on. I've wasted all my blanks, so I can't even check for a secret room to possibly get any more money or anything like that. We are just resigned to our fate here. Ah, well. What'd it cost? 98? It is like S tier, so it's fair that it costs as much as it did. It only costs as little as it does because I have the Smiley's revolver. I'll make a deal with you. Nope. Alright, he doesn't want to make a deal. Bugger. Alright, following floor. Room clear is probably Smiley's and the silencer. Probably split betwixt the two. Yeah, I'll come back for that. Okay. I switched to this because it actually has less long-range problems. Fewer long-range problems, rather. I mean, it's a revolver. How many of you are expecting it to be incredible at long range? And if you are expecting it to be incredible at long range, stop playing McCree. Thinking revolvers are a long range weapon. SMDH. Shaking my danged head. Okay. Keep him down. Good. Good, good, good. Spending a lot of ammo. Like, I've spent half of the ammunition in my weapon clearing 3 rooms. 4 rooms, sorry. It's not like I'm being particularly ineffectual with my shots, either. It's just, there's a lot of enemies in these rooms. Like, if I was missing a bunch of shots and overshooting almost all of the time, I'd understand, but I'm not doing either of those. I'm relatively accurate, and most of the time I'm hitting them with the exact amount of bullets that it takes to kill them. I do say most, obviously not all. Well, there goes my armor. What are these key drops? We don't even have a coolness increase, do we? I can't think of any coolness increase we've picked up. Got him. Get him. Come on. Hey! My predictive shot actually worked. I thought there was no chance. Oh, crap. Okay, I shouldn't have been able to make that dodge. I could even just go pick up the keys right now. Okay, that's the ability to steal the decoy. That could be really important. We'll see if we get any other shops on this floor that we might be more interested in, possibly. I wonder if you steal from Cursula being the lady that sells cursed items, if you steal from her, do you still get the curse for having purchased from her? Because you've not purchased it from her. Part of the price when you buy stuff off of her is taking the curse. So do you still pay the price if you're stealing it? I don't know. It could even be compounded as some sort of a special mechanic. I wouldn't be able to tell you, friend. I just play the game. I don't code the game, I just play the game. Okay, I'm overshooting with this. I'll admit that much. Mostly as a result of not being used to its damage yet. Yeah, it does not do as much damage as I remember. That's okay, though. Not everything does. I've got to concern myself with what am I going to use to kill the boss this floor? I guess Excalibur again? I'm not happy about that. Not at all. We'll see how this goes. I am glad to have one level of curse as a result of having picked up Excalibur, because it means if a black market appears, I will actually be able to make some use of it. Whereas I've recently had to pass up a black market due to not being able to access it, and it was just the saddest day of my life. I've had a pretty privileged life, evidently. Saddest day of my life. Oh, a thing didn't work for me in Gungeon. But I'm pretty certain Did I still win that run? Sorry, let me take off the whiny baby voice. No. Out of my way. Thank you. Huh. Alright. Well. That's gonna make things a little more interesting. If we're still just gonna get low tier chests, because even some of the higher tier chests we've had, we've gotten things that we just don't want or don't use. Void shotgun. That's not gonna kill a boss. So, you might be thinking, Ryan, what are you talking about? Void shotgun does a decent amount of damage. It'll kill a boss. Will it, though? Will it? I'm just gonna ask you. Will it? Sorry? I mean, if you got information, I don't. The reason I ask, pure and simple, is that... Ouch. Is that it doesn't have good range. That's the whole point of this weapon, right? It's CQC, close quarter combat. I don't think I can afford to be up close with any third floor boss. If I could afford to be up close with one, it would be you, though. Alright. Let's go. Good dodges. Oh, I'm veering slightly to the left, I'm veering slightly to the right. I'm so good at the game. No, this is intended sarcastic. Pop all those swords in him. Oh, thank you for starting going the other direction. If you started on my direction, I would have been freaking screwed. Damn it! Alright. These ones suck the most, where it's really close. Yep. Yeah, I was gonna take damage there. Feel pretty good about that blank. Still gotta remember, I do have one left. Should need be. Yo, what are you doing? You goose, get back here and fight me. I pretty much just had to predict how that one was gonna go. Thankfully worked out for me. No! You dick! Oh, that's the worst. Thankfully, you didn't do something to screw me out of my flawless here. Okay, now I need to go to a different weapon. Just finish with that. I chose that one because I had little time left, and I figured it would push me back, so I would be able to use it for the effective damage as well as continued dodge. I guess we have some locations to check for this. We checked the adjacencies up there, if I recall correctly. Yeah, no, because we used 3 shots from the Void Shotgun to do it, and that's where we got the Void Shotgun. Shotgun? What am I talking about? Shotgun, rather. That makes sense. Void Shotgun, at the very least, will be a decent room clear. I guess it's the only location that actually could be there. I still don't want to drop my ammo. I'm going to take the key to generate another one because I need 4, at the very least, keys over the rest of the floor. That was my wildest guess. Alright, let's move on. We got any coffee left? No, I don't. Dang it. Dang it! Dang it, Bobber. Really need some coffee in me. It's 6 p.m. I've only woken up at 4. I have a reason. I have to wake up at the crack of dawn to mow the lawn. So I was only asleep for 3 hours, so I had to go back to sleep and wake back up. So that's how my day's been. How about yourself? What have you been up to? Any yard work in your day? Any landscaping? That was close. Alright. Ooh. Interesting. Could be useful. Okay, I've actually managed to handle this room without using a blank. I am very proud of myself. I still will leave it, but at this point, I actually don't need to be leaving them. Don't get me wrong, it's still best practices, but I don't need to. Beautiful. In this room, yeah, I probably want to swap off to something that has single shots. Beautiful. Because a single shot is going to kill these, and a single shot from a weapon that has 200 ammunition is a lot less valuable than a single shot from a weapon that has 120 ammunition. Plus, the other one has a small clip size, so I wouldn't be able to take out many of those little ankle biters in a single round. That's unfortunate. Beautiful. Okay. Damn it! That's why I hate Void Shotgun. Ever so slightly short. And then it just does nothing. Like, if its damage trailed off, fine. I'm still getting the knockback, I'm still doing some damage. But it can just be slightly short, and then you're just like, well, I guess I didn't do anything there. Just wasted ammunition in your general direction, that's all I did. Huh. Gungeon Pepper actually doing something there. Not something that I needed done, but something nonetheless, and I appreciate the attempt. Beautiful. 2 more, really? Alright, refills. Crap. I hate that Excalibur is what I'm considering for the 4th floor boss. we still do not have a boss weapon. This is very much a problem. Because there is simply no way that I'm going to be able to flawless the 4th, 5th, and 6th bosses without any weapon whatsoever. That is to say, without a boss weapon. I was using the silencer there rather than the void shotgun because I was thinking, oh, I'll just stun the sheller gun. For some reason, it didn't trigger the stun. It's possible the sheller gun's immune to stun, and I just don't remember that. Or that the silencer's stun chance is really low. I don't remember that either. See? See what I mean about that weapon? Got him. Alright. This one's gonna work a little better as I start running into enemies that I need to two-shot, otherwise I die. Still have not found the boss room. If we could find a special shop, specifically Trork's special shop, I'm gonna be really happy about it. That's really good. It's a very, very good item. Items recharge while they're active. If I had Potion of Gun Friendship, that would be a huge bonus for it. If I do get something like Double Vision, you know, it's an active item that you actually use, whereas my active item at the moment is consumable, so I can't use it too many times. It's worth noting, Double Vision plus... Oh, interesting. We've got a challenge room down here. Double Vision plus Ice Cube is actually game-breakingly powerful. Oh, cool. Huh? What save file am I on? Yeah, no, I'm on my... Apparently, I hadn't unlocked the owl yet on this save file, so what? Without taking damage, I guess? It's a shitty room to choose. Jeez. I think this is without taking damage, because it didn't fail when I dodge rolled. Sorry, I was too interested in the fact that apparently I hadn't completed 5 of your quests before and talked to you in the breach. Okay, play a little more safe. Yep, okay, challenge complete. Beautiful. Beautiful. Corsair, wow. That's not what I was looking for right there, unfortunately. That's definitely not what I was looking for. Alright, let's move over to Void Shotgun. Not Corsair. Okay. Wow, okay, video game. We don't have to be friends, I guess. Good golly gosh. Abysmal. Abysmal weaponry. Ah, that was a good hit. That was a good hit. I let my guard down because I was certain you were dead. You capitalized. Well done. Beautiful. Yep. Pink Wandstone is really important. I'm likely only going to need 2 keys next floor. So I can go take these 2. Pink Wandstone is HP up plus a Gwandstone. Gwandstones are fine, except for the blue one, which is abysmal and loses you runs, and I hate it forever. Okay. Alright then. We'll chuck that in the silencer, just because we need more effective ammunition. I might have to take the ammo shrine after I finish the boss. It's highly unlikely that I managed to solo this, but solo, what am I talking about? Flawless this boss. Is there any particular weapon I have that would be helpful? Maybe it's Corsair here. Sorry for the not talking. It's a very difficult fight to... there goes my flawless. Alright. Never mind. We're back to talking mode. So the reason I wanted to go with the Corsair is because the Corsair was going to hit multiple times per. I had to blank earlier because I caught fire on my roll through. Yeah, that was a bad roll. You never really want to roll forward in this fight if you can help it. Unless, you know, it's over those waves. It turns out, by the way, if you play the bullet or the robot, that Corsair's actually good for this boss, it turns out. If you play the bullet or the robot, you can't really roll through those 4 waves really easily. Because the bullet and the robot, erroneously, what am I saying? Erroneously? Is that not the word I'm looking for? I don't think it is. Accidentally, basically. Erroneously. Yeah, no, that is the word I'm looking for. Anyhow. They had 1 fewer iframe in their roll, so it would result in you actually not being able to roll through certain things with as much ease as other characters. So I was constantly thinking, no, I'm good at rolling through this attack, I'm just going to roll through this attack. And then when I was playing the bullet and especially the robot, I wouldn't be able to roll through that specific attack because my timing was entirely off. 1 frame makes all the difference sometimes. Alright, we're gonna go back to the shotgun. A lot of these weapons have ammunition, but they're grayed out. That doesn't make sense. So it looks like I actually have to use some of my Gungeon pepper as well as a shot from the CQC Void shotgun here. Yo, can we praise the dodging for a second? What up, dodging? Get dunked on all opponents. Wow. Nah, there we go. I knew as soon as I got cocky about it. I knew. That's what we needed. We needed the king to be down a lot more early than that. Really? Yep, I'm not going to be able to stop that. I thought I was going to get the Skelligan's arm caught on there. Evidently not possible. At least for me at that point in time. I'll just stand near you while you die. Got him. Alright. Well played, me. Mostly that was done for the possibility of getting casings when it died. Never too many casings, but you know what? Sometimes that 1 casing swings the tide. Really? That is a direct path. It's also the shortest path I've ever taken to get to the dragon. I still don't have a weapon to kill the dragon, so I'm still hoping to pick one up on this floor. At this point, we're probably using this. If not this, then most likely Smiley's revolver. Can I have that on my off? No, Smiley's is actually empty at the moment. It's unfortunate and not what I thought to be the case. Okay, walk out of that room. The hegemony credit auto-collects itself. That said, I also don't need hegemony credits for literally anything past this point. No, okay, boss rush. Fine, you got me there. If I want to do boss rush, I'm gonna need 3 hegemony credits. Or, obviously, blessed runs need, like, 8 or 9. That said, I can't see myself doing too many blessed runs. Boss rush? Yeah, occasionally. Love to do it on stream. That's obviously on my stream save file. But, I guess from time to time, maybe I'll do an episode where I do 2 boss rushes in a row. We'll see. We'll see. Jolter's not horrible. Beautiful. Use the ammunition of a weapon that we will never actually use the ammunition of to check. I should also probably try and use the ammunition of the charm bow in rooms wherever possible. Okay, nice, very nice. They're fighting among themselves. It's not really doing too much work. Very unfortunately. Okay, one over. Beautiful. Okay, it's not a mimic. I can't afford to pick that up yet. Just in case. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. So, I've got a shrine to remove curse directly above me, which means I would have had free ammo last floor. Well, basically free ammo. If I'd bothered to take it. At the time, it's worth noting, though, I wasn't really missing that much ammunition, so... Got him. Whee! So I can remove all of my curse in here. But I only really have 1 curse from holding Excalibur. And I'm pretty certain that that curse will retain. Because I'm still going to be holding Excalibur. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, crud. We'll go over to Jolter. Again, Jolter's long-range problem is its inaccuracy, not actually its range. So thanks to both being the Marine and having Marine training, and having the scope, which I purchased earlier, I'm going to be able to negate that and just fight. Beautiful. We are going to need that in the Void Shotgun. The Void Shotgun is the most ammo-efficient weapon that we have for room clearing right now. Even though it does put us in danger, we need it. Now, it's unfortunate. The broccoli actually sucks. It's 5% damage up, where most things in the game give you at least 20 to 25% damage up. But the really bad thing about it is that the only point at which it's good is if you have Pea Shooter. So it's got a synergy with Pea Shooter that makes it an amazing weapon. Glacier's actually really good. I'm likely going to need that key. So we'll see exactly what happens with regard to that. Okay, nope. Nope. 2 possible locations for a secret room, both struck. I'm starting to feel more and more validated in my choice to keep the ammo. The ammo drop, specifically, as my item. Yes. That's excellent, actually. That'll save me some money, give me the ability to possibly buy the ammo in the shop. I really do need a boss weapon at some point in this floor video game. Well, the damage I'm sustaining at the moment is due to using weapons that I really ought not. And a lot of it is just due to bad dodges and stuff like that. I can't say that I've been mechanically the most rock solid in this run. That said, I at least did manage to get the first 3 flawlesses, which is more than I can say for a majority of my runs. All right, that's going in the silencer. Pretty important ammo drop right there. It's also worth noting I maybe wouldn't even want to remove my curse as a result of the fact that increased curse means... Damn, I actually got hit on the outside there. Increased curse gives you an increased chance to get ammo as your end of rune drop. Got him. Alright. Secret room. Oh, yeah, I don't feel too good about that. At the very least, I got it back. More coolness, and when explosions trigger, it'll slow time. This is not good. Bait launcher. Angry bullets. Hungry for more. That's not gonna win us the run. We're not even going to be able to heal ourselves back up. That shrine doesn't heal you as far as I'm concerned. Or as I'm aware, rather. And even if it does, I'd have to do it after this boss fight, rather than before. Alright, Glacier is going to have to be my boss weapon right now. I'm going to need to use my blanks very, very... Oh, you are kidding me! Angry bullets, you pricks. I need these to explode. Well, I'm gonna lose the angry bullets. The reason I want them to explode is because they're destroying all of those bullets, right? And with angry bullets, they actually move out of the way, don't destroy the bullets. It's horrible. So angry bullets is likely gonna get, like, blanked off into the ravine. And that's just gonna have to be something I accept. I'm obviously not doing an incredible amount of damage right now. Damn it. No, I missed the flawless. That's not good. You know what? I'm gonna change up my weapon. Explosive weaponry just does not work with angry bullets. Forgot about that. Also doesn't work with ghost bullets, doesn't work with a bunch of other types of bullets. It's annoying as hell. If I'm gonna have any chance of succeeding in bullet hell, it's gonna have to be with angry bullets. Because it will make each of my shots count for more. Right, and ammo is gonna be my huge problem. Obviously, because none of my weapons are super effective. Yeah, so I need to make sure that I'm not going to drop that, and the only way I can make sure that I'm not going to drop the angry bullets into the ravine here is to make sure that I pick it back up. Good blank. If you blank at the right time, as I've said many times before, you can get both of those knives to be destroyed before they actually go down. And they are really freaking annoying when they're actually placed, so... destroying them before that is actually insanely good. Alright, we should be going into the next mode in just a second. Using my entire silencer to get there, though. Yep. No, I have 1 round left in my silencer. Good. Oh, good. I'm gonna win the game with that 1 round in my silencer. Alright, I'm gonna have the void shotgun and the blooper. And basically, I'm just going to quick switch between the two when one of them's out of ammo. And try and get as many shotgun rounds in as possible. Okay, that should actually guarantee that I get it down in 2. I'm pretty glad. What are words? I don't understand how to words, apparently. I'm pretty happy about it. Beautiful. Beautiful. This run kind of just withered Probably the best way to describe it. And with it in the rooms, which is the weirdest thing, right? Considering how I was saying, oh no, not got boss damage. There's a problem. Spectres don't disturb you. Let's drink of the water. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Is the half heart or the ammo gonna win us the run? I would have been able to get both if I didn't do that. I wanted to test if it healed me, because I've encountered that shrine so few times that I can't tell you. I honestly think the ammunition has the greater chance of winning us the run. I think the chance of winning the run at this point is somewhere between nil and fuck all, but if we're going to be able to do it, it's going to be based off the fact that we can play really, really safely and at long range. We did get a lot of our flawlesses, right? We got 3 of them, and we also got an HP up externally. Took a lot of damage on the end of the 4th floor and the start of the 5th. I guess if I manage to find the secret room, I could possibly get myself an A or an S tier item. And there's some A or S tier guns that would just carry us. Like at this point, Yari Launcher, apparently. Thank you for the HP. It's actually brilliant. I hate this room. 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 Sorry, by the way, I don't know if I've ever elucidated my opinion on this room. I think it's actually pretty cool. It's well designed. Kind of like my exclamation mark Fallout 4 command in chat in the streams. Just says Fallout 4 is a well-designed video game. Sorry, well-designed and well-written video game. Have to be conclusive. Okay. Got you over there. Okay, well, there goes my first blank. I think definitely worth. Definitely worth the blank. Okay, that loops back to there, so that means this is actually our path to the rest of the Gungeon. That's beautiful. Obviously, from the start room, one of them is always a dead end, and the other one loops around. So, 2 of them, 66, you know, 2/3, right, are going to go in the right direction. Although, one of them is obviously the shortest distance. We chose the shortest distance, thankfully. Oh, unless, of course, in this beta, they've actually fixed map generation. That is possible. That is possible. I hate this room, I hate this room. Yeah, no, I knew I was going to take damage there. Good roll, Ryan. Bad roll, Ryan. Yeah, we're dead. I'd love to say we're not, but we're just not powerful enough to actually take out any of the enemies with any reasonable speed. That's really rough. We had some room clear weapons, but we didn't really have any, like, top tier room clear weapons. Like, at the end of the game, if you have any weapons that, like, one shot, or if you have enough damage up so that some of your other weapons are more ammo efficient, right? We were about to run out of silencer ammo, and we've only gone through 3 or 4 rooms. So just imagine what I would have had left with by the time I got to the boss. My guess is I'd probably have mutation and my basic weapon. All in all, I feel like we made a lot of good decisions in that run, and unfortunately got screwed over by a lot of really, really, really shitty things appearing in our run that we just didn't need in any way, shape, or form. Oh well. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Enter the Gungeon. Thankfully, the beta actually worked, so we're going to be playing on this from now on. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time.